Somebody needs to buy our beer.
Oh, buy us beer.
Buy us beer.
Yes.
That could be our sponsorship. Yes. We'll say your name on here and you just pay us and we'll buy beer.
Yeah. Send money for a beer. Sounds like a great idea.
I think that's a phenomenal idea. Welcome to the Two Thirsty Bikers podcast with your hosts, Stump and Stick.
Yeah, we use a stump, fucker.
Oh.
All right, we're back.
Well, welcome to the Two Thirsty Bikers podcast.
Would you like to try that again?
Let's say, hold on a minute. Welcome to the Two Thirsty Bikers podcast.
Still
It's been a while
stuck to
since I said that.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Do we need to start this whole thing over?
No, see, that's the power of editing here.
Yeah, right.
You know, we can go through and just cut the parts out.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, doing these podcasts, and we have a blast doing them. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But we get busy. You know, we've got so much going on. Jobs and life in general gets going on. We got trips, you know, that we do. And, you know, and then you do the podcast. Well, you do all the editing. You do all the uploading. That takes a while. It's not like something you just go, oh, okay, I'll load it up this evening. No.
I'm working 2 jobs too, you know, working full time and then a part-time job on the side. It takes up a lot of time. You don't get home till 6, 7 o'clock at night. And by the time you get home, it's like, gosh, I really want to sit down for a little bit.
I know, right? And then you're making all this money to buy beer and then you don't have time to drink beer.
I know.
And that's not good.
Still buy it.
It's not
Somebody's
cool.
drinking it.
Somebody's drinking it at your house, right? It's that little midget.
Yeah. So, of course, you know, the past 3 months, about every weekend, we've been tailgating for the ball games.
We'll not discuss the UT football team this year.
You mentioned it, not me. I didn't say who.
You said tailgating, and I
said
know
tailgate. It could be for anybody.
Yeah, well, we just ain't going to talk about the football team.
Anyway, go Vols. Still, it's hard to say that.
It's hard to say it, but still go off
at times. But
where are we going?
Hell, if we don't change our ways.
I reckon so.
We did a little trip back in, since we're so far behind.
Yeah.
We did a little trip back the end of May this year. This one had, I think there was 14 people and 9 motorcycles.
I was thinking, yeah, it's like 9 or 10 motorcycles, 14 or 15 people. I mean, we had it was really good, a good trip. I had a blast on it.
Our whole plan was to go through, go to Dayton, Ohio, to the Air Force Museum, and then
up to Flight 93.
Go to Flight 93 Memorial, and then wiggle our way back down through West Virginia and end up in Elkins, West Virginia for a night, and then work our way back home and do the head of the Dragon on our way back. But
the weather said no.
Weather had other plans. So we went ahead and left on time and got back up to, headed up into Kentucky, went to Maysville, Kentucky for the night.
And where did we stay?
Quality Inn. You know, most Quality Inns we've stayed at before, they've not been bad, but
this one was a little less than desirable.
Yeah, a little different. So we pull in, not a bad place, go in. Somebody goes in their room to use the restroom, and, well, it didn't flush. So I had to go up and tell them they had miscounted our rooms anyway. It was
they had us all messed up.
Yeah, it was a shit show from the start. Poor girl working the desk. She was trying her best, but didn't really work out much.
Like I said, when you got 10 motorcycles or 9 motorcycles rolling in, and, you know, we're all parked out front, and, you know, you seen her eyes, of course, as she was like, oh, who's this?
Yeah, and when they had to change my room.
Yep.
Because it was our room, the bathroom wasn't working. So when I went up and told her, I said, I'll stay in the same room, not a big deal. I said, but you're going to have a toilet full of shit in the morning. So she changed the room
real quick.
She did. And I forget what it was. I think it was, they not upgraded. We had a queen room or something. They put us in 2 doubles. It was a different price, but I think it was less. And she had to call her supervisor to make sure it was okay.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have any other rooms available. It was a weird deal.
Yeah.
But they were doing construction there at the intersection where it was. So And by the time we pulled in there, we weren't there 20 minutes and they started sweeping the road. So all that gravel dust was everywhere.
Yeah.
Covered up the bikes. And we tried to park them around the back and it still didn't work.
No, and I mean, and you know, our room, I think they were remodeling the whole place. And, you know, so when you go in there and, you know, you see 2 queen beds, right? Well, we had 1 king bed, but then where the queen bed, they hadn't put anything there. So it was just this big wide open spot, you know, so you're just kind of looking at it going, what's supposed to be here?
Yeah. So
it's just different, man.
that second room we had that we stayed in, Shelly got up, walked across the room to the sink.
Mm-hmm.
She tells me, she said, if you get up, you might want to put your shoes on. It's like, it can't be that bad. No, I get up. I feel like I'd walk through gravel.
Yep.
Come back and had to brush my feet off before I get back in the bed. But we stuck it out. We stayed. I went to eat that night at a little place up the road, and I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was my raw fish.
new server, raw fish, appetizers that came out after our meal
Yep.
somehow. And then when the bills came out, nothing was correct.
No,
You got a lot of stuff.
I got all kinds of drinks that I'm like, I can promise you I did not drink that.
Mark got a lot of stuff. And when they brought his appetizer, he got 2 different appetizers, him and Katina did. So when they brought him out, she held one of them behind him. Or she laid his meal down and held the appetizer behind him, said, are you still wanting your whatever it was? And he said, yeah, I'll take them. She said, okay, good. And then handed it to him. It's like, well, you might as well just give it to him because all you're going to do is take it back there and throw it in the trash anyway.
Yeah, right.
At this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they got their money out of us or what, but some of us, we were like, screw it. We'll just pay it. I'm ready to get the hell out of here. It's taking a while.
Yeah.
So we left there. Some of us went back. I think you all went back to the hotel. Some people were worn out. We had a pretty good little ride that day. Weather's not the greatest. We did make a stop on our way up there at Hartfield and Company in Paris, Kentucky. At it's a bourbon distillery.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of it now.
Hartfield and Company.
Hartfield, yeah.
It looks like a warehouse, but it was pretty cool because they
Super people.
Yeah, they have a little tasting room back there. When you walk in, you don't even think they're open. And then they take you back into the tasting room. We've got a cool ass bar back there. And the girls that were working there, they were fun, keep people entertained. So mixed up a few drinks, did little tastings. And our whole plan was kind of to ride back roads. So we rode, I don't know, I want to think it was 100 miles or so interstate. And then we jumped off after getting fuel and rode back roads the rest of the way up. So that's why we stopped there in Paris, headed to Maysville. Anyway, after we left the restaurant there in Maysville that night, some of us went down to a little Irish pub out on the Ohio River.
And that's what I was fixing to say. Maysville's right on the Ohio River.
Yeah.
So it's a cool place, cool older town. I reckon their downtown was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was later. It was kind of dead, but the little pub place we went to, we sat outside and they had free popcorn. They had a popcorn machine in there, so Shelly was lit.
Oh yeah,
She was happy as she could be. She just missed her person telling her which one to eat.
yeah, that's me.
So, anyway, we hung out there for a little bit, and then we finally went back and crashed for the night. And then next morning, we're standing around and we look at the weather, and our plan
And
was,
we discussed the weather, and then we looked at the weather. We discussed the weather.
So we gathered everybody up before we left and changed our plans.
Yeah, we still finished out our first stop. We still went to Dayton, Ohio, to the Air Force Museum, which, if you've never been, amazing place.
It's huge.
I mean, we stayed, gosh, what?
3.5 hours.
Yeah, and we didn't. I mean, we went all the way to the back and back all the way to the front, but we didn't look at everything. There's no way. That's a whole day, if not 2. So look at everything.
You could if you read everything in there and you look at it and read it. It'll take a little time to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, some of the stuff that's in there is just absolutely amazing. Really cool.
It is pretty neat. They're in Dayton at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I can't remember how much it was. I'm wanting to think it's free. That's what it was. It was free.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pay for it. But there's motorcycle parking right up front.
Yep.
So
Got a cool little deli in there. I mean, it's
you check in there and you're free to wander around or go to whichever portions of it that you want to, but it's.
I think there's 4 different hangars, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Take your walking shoes.
Yeah, because it's a long walk to the back.
A bunch of us, of course, we had tennis shoes and stuff with us, so a bunch of us changed out of our riding shoes into something a little more comfortable to do.
Yeah, it's a little bit better in tennis shoes than boots.
Yeah, to do the
sure.
walking. But that was neat. I've always enjoyed going up there. That's not my first time, but for some it was.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of killed part of a day there. Well, our plan after that was to go toward Pennsylvania and working our way toward the Flight 93 Memorial. But the weather, of course, was running up from Tennessee up toward Pennsylvania,
and it was one nasty storm.
Yeah, and we made a good decision not to go
Very
that way
good
because
decision.
we would have been riding in rain for the rest of the trip.
For the rest of the entire trip, yeah.
So we decided we threw out some options and we headed toward Indianapolis. Called and canceled our reservations. Well,
no.
We canceled our reservations.
Yes, we did.
And canceled the next 2 nights, and then called ahead to Indianapolis. Found a True by Hilton downtown.
Downtown, right there by the stadium,
Lucas Oil Stadium. So made our reservations there, and we headed out.
I can tell you, getting out of Dayton was different. It was a shit show. I'll just go ahead and tell you. The traffic up there was absolutely crazy. And the turns, it's kind of like, should have zagged when we went. A zig is not zagged. And you had to zig and zag. And we finally got out of there and got opened up and where we could get headed towards Indianapolis. It was a little crazy there for a little bit.
Well, it's hard to keep, 8 or 9 motorcycles together.
Especially in that much traffic.
Anyway.
I mean, it was
you
wide open.
You got a guy in the back, guy in the front. We're talking on headsets, and if you get too spread apart, then they start cutting out. Which we had that issue.
Yes, we did
Quite a few times.
Yep.
But luckily, we were able to make the phone calls, still talk to each other, and
see where we're at, and stay. At least stay in touch.
But we got over. It was pretty uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, it was
ride over.
Yep.
Start getting into Indianapolis, and we had been on the bike for quite a while.
Yeah.
And people were getting wiggly on the back seat. There was one that was pretty uncomfortable. So I was trying to make it that last 3 miles, but we were in downtown. No. Hold on a minute. You missed something. I did.
You missed something because I'm behind your dad. No. I'm on back a little bit more.
We missed something before that. One of the big highlights of it. Duh. When we got into Indianapolis, we went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As soon as we got there. That's what we did first.
Is it? No. We checked into the hotel first. We didn't go to Indianapolis till the next day, and then we left there and went down.
That's right.
So he's jumping ahead. Now, hold on, you little overachiever.
I can't remember.
So we pulled into the gas station to figure out where we were going. And somebody had to listen to a ball game.
We pulled in the gas station because I knew where we were going. We were only like 3 miles away. And
somebody had to take a break.
We pulled in, had to take a little break for a few minutes, even though we were just a few miles. They were hurting pretty bad. So everybody gets back on the bikes. We're ready to get into the hotel, and, before it rains, because there's some rain moving in, just a little bit, not a lot. I look back, somebody's watching the Lady Vols softball championship game on their phone. He just didn't care. Everybody else was ready to go.
Bikes were rolling. I mean, we're ready.
We laughed about it because he was just like, I ain't leaving. I'm sitting right here.
I'm watching that last out. He's going to watch that last out.
Until this game's over. So, game's over. He gets his helmet on, gets ready, jumps on the bike, goes to crank it up. Battery's dead. Won't crank. Great. So, we all get back off. Take his seat off. Jump him off. We're good. We get down.
And then
another 2 miles.
And I'm behind him, and I start watching, and his lights are doing just crazy things.
Yeah.
And I'm hollering at you, and I'm like, hey, there's something not right with your dad's bike. There's something, the lights are not working right or whatever. And we made the turn, and y'all were in front of us, and all of a sudden he just hits the side. It's dead. I mean, absolutely dead. It will not run.
Yeah, so I had to go up, make a U-turn, because I had people behind me. I didn't make a U-turn. I went around the block. It was a sketchy block to go around. But anyway.
Yeah, we were not in the best part of town.
We got back and they pulled off in the parking lot. So we
already had the seat off by the time you got there. Like, we know what's going to happen.
And I asked him, I said, how long has it been since you changed the battery out? He said, I don't think I've ever
Never
changed it.
have.
I said, my God. It was 7 years old. 7 years old. No. 8 years.
Yeah.
Pushing 8. So I unloaded one of my saddlebags, took the battery, jumped back on the bike, went to
O'Reilly's,
advanced, and finally found one at AutoZone. Came back, put it on. We get back, and we finally make it back to the hotel.
So we make it to the hotel.
Yeah. So, yeah, we made it there. Everybody got parked, and we just walked up the street to a little Mexican place. It was a Mexican restaurant of some sort. We sat out on a little patio there.
I can't remember exactly what it was. Cool little place. So we were downtown, and that was the NBA Finals was in town that night or something. Man, there was people everywhere. Had the road shut down, so we did a lot of people watching. And when we wrapped up there, I mean, there was a whole table full of us. When we wrapped up there, half of us went over to Lucas Oil Stadium.
After we ate,
had
a few drinks.
Yeah.
We checked out the sheriff's statue.
Oh, yeah. Cool pictures.
Yeah.
Lucas Oil Stadium's really, really cool place, too.
So we finally marched it back. And that was the end of that night.
Yeah. Oh, well, everybody was tired, too. I mean, that was, like you said, it wasn't this long, crazy ride, but it was pretty good. And I mean, and the roads were a little rough, and it's a little rough on everybody, I believe.
Yeah, it was, it was a different day than what we had planned on. And so we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants now at this point.
Yep.
We didn't know for sure where we were going the next night. So actually, while we were sitting there eating dinner, I'm looking at different places and hotels to go. And
I don't think we decided till the next morning, did we? It was like, okay.
No, we decided while we were eating dinner.
Did we?
Yeah. Because I called that night and reserved for the next day. But we ended up, our decision was to go to Louisville after we left Indianapolis. So anyway, after Lucas Oil, we went back to the hotel. We crashed and got up and went to it again the next morning.
Encountered a little bit of weather that next day, but
yeah, but it
was sporadic. It was just a little bit of
we got
here
lucky.
and there. Yeah, we did. Lucky. Yeah, because we looking on the radar, we thought we were going to be. Yeah. I mean, we actually put rain gear on to start out, and it was like, eh.
Well, we put it on. We pulled off because there was a storm moving right across the interstate.
Yep.
And I kept watching it. And I thought, we're fixing to run into it.
We can't get away from it.
Running 60 mile an hour in the right lane down the interstate just to hopefully let that storm get across the highway before we got there. But anyway, we'll get to that part in a few minutes. So next day we decided that, hey, we're over here. I got an idea. So we go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our plan was to just roll in, check out the gift shop, and head out. Well, one person decided they wanted to do the tour. Next person. Then we all did the tour.
We all did the tour, and
we all did.
That was impressive.
If you've never been to Indianapolis Motor Speedway and been into the museum, and the museum itself was outstanding. Yeah. Like, you'd never think that was inside the building that you walk into.
Nope.
But do the museum, do the tour.
Do the pit stop challenge.
Yeah, there's all kinds of little games, stuff you can do. Did the iRacing sim kind of competition. It's pretty neat. You can spend some pretty good time.
He wrecked me twice, three times. But
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the highlights. I'd been there once before when we were on our way up to Milwaukee a couple years ago. And we just rode e-bikes in.
Right.
Rode e-bikes out. We saw it. We left. We didn't go in the museum or anything. So I'm glad we did that. That was probably one of the best parts of this whole trip.
Well, the very end of that was the best part. I mean, that's one thing that I've always thought about it, but never, and that was being able to kiss the bricks.
Yep.
On Indy. I mean, that was just cool. That was just freaking cool.
Yeah. The bus tour comes with the museum.
Yeah.
they give you a time. I think it came with it. I don't think we paid extra for that.
I don't remember if we did. I don't care. It was really cool.
Yeah, it
That
was
was
well
a
worth
perfect
it.
ending.
They take you out on a little bus and go all the way
You go
around
all
the
the way around
track.
the track.
You stop at start finish line. You get out, kiss the bricks,
And the people that are doing the tour, I mean, they talk about knowledgeable. I mean, you could ask them any question and they knew it and could tell you everything about the track and the history of it, and it was really impressive.
yeah, all the different cars they had in the museum was neat. The NASCARs, the Indy cars, the Dale Earnhardt's car was there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Had to praise Dale.
Praise Dale.
That's right.
We actually offered them. Actually, we asked them, said, how much money would it take for us to ride our motorcycles around this track? And we were up to $200, and they were still shaking their head no. And it's just, it wasn't happening.
I think it wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen. They're like, no.
I mean, for the right price, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I don't think it could be in our price range. But
Yeah, we'd have to get into Doc's pockets.
that's the truth. So, but that was really awesome. That was a perfect stop for everybody. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the guy, like I said, the tour was just, it was legit.
Yeah, some of the video, the intro, like one of the, as soon as you walk into the museum, there's a video thing. Screen's pretty impressive. It's pretty neat. Here, we'll play it right here.
It's dark, it's quiet, and you can sit there and you actually watch the sunrise and the traffic just opens up. Once the crowds start pouring in, I mean, it's unreal.
It's the largest event in the world. Everyone knows about the race here. It's a big, huge family environment.
It's Memorial Day weekend. We're in Indianapolis, and that means just one thing. It is time for the Indy 500.
So that's just a portion. That's just the start of what you get to see at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
Well, and the thing is
pretty cool.
right there where the video is, you can walk up there. There's actual F1 cars or Indy cars.
Yeah.
You can touch them. The tires, the whole thing. You can lay your hand
You can
on
walk
top
around
of
on it. You just can't get in it.
Yeah, you just can't. Well, yeah,
or stand on it.
we thought about it, but
Yeah, I figured they'd kick us out.
probably. Anyway.
So anyway, we got done there and we started down toward Louisville. We decided to go to Louisville. So we found a place in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is just across the river from downtown Louisville.
Yep.
Of course, it was cheaper to stay there. It was a Fairfield Inn Suites. It was an older one, but still, it wasn't bad.
Nice.
It was nice.
I mean, it was nice. That's when Heather did her Captain Crunch combat roll off the.
She did. She got off the bike and immediately crashed out.
I mean, hard.
Like I don't know, her legs didn't work or what.
She kicked phone and she kicked everything. I mean,
I heard a thud and turned around. Shit's flying and Heather's laying on the ground. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, she was laughing about it. I was like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah." And Justin hollered, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'm standing over there looking like, what the hell just happened? Anyway, that was that.
That was that. That's how we're going to get to Louisville. Yeah, okay.
So perfect. Great way to start the night.
Right.
Man, there's more to come here.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come.
So yeah. Anyway, Louisville, that was a nice place. On our way there is when that storm we were talking about a little while ago was crossing the interstate. So we're running 60 mile an hour in the right lane, trying to let that storm go by, and it just kind of hovered. And I thought, God, we're going to run through the back edge of it. So it was cool. It wasn't hot.
No, it wasn't hot. That's for
So
sure.
we stopped and rain geared up, and it started sprinkling while we were there. We pulled out. Other than the roads being wet, we never hit any rain.
No, that was it. Of course, that's kind of how it usually goes. You put your rain gear on, it don't rain. You don't have it on, and it pours all over you.
Yeah, you just run into it.
Yeah.
But so we got to Louisville. We were still dry. No big deal. No issues.
No, it was good. And that's when we decided to go to
4th Street Live.
4th Street Live. And if you've never been to 4th Street Live, I will say this. Louisville, Kentucky, you have it going on.
Yeah.
4th Street Live is just the ultimate.
It's cool.
It's just experience.
Of course, that block there, I guess it used to be a road, but the blocks.
That's about a 2-block little area right there, I think.
Yeah, closed down, multiple
closed down.
restaurants and bars and all kinds of stuff. So we found one that was open and
A sports bar.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
No, your dad was watching the ball game.
Yep.
So that's where
Different ball game from when we got to Indianapolis.
Yeah. And that's where we got our start.
And we got well deep into it already.
Somebody was hitting Jaeger shots. I don't know.
Well, it was a random. Somebody bought a Jaeger shot, and then they bought what was it, Crown and Cranberry or something. Another shot. I believe it was a Washington. Somebody bought Washington apples. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly who that was.
There was some
That was your Uncle
Moms,
Keith.
and then there was some straight Jaeger.
Yeah.
And whoever the hell drinks that shit. It's nasty.
I can tell you this. We Ubered over because we pretty much knew that.
Oh yeah, we were smart about it.
Yeah,
we
thought about this one before we ever got there. So that's where we got our start, and then we proceeded to make our way over to the dueling piano bar.
That was well after we had made our start.
Well after.
Well, dueling piano bar didn't open until a certain time, so we waited on it to open.
Yeah, darn. I mean, we just had to.
I mean, it was hell having to sit there, and bar bill was quite expensive, but that tends to happen on at least one night of every trip.
Yes, it does.
But I believe it was. Didn't we stayed in Indianapolis we stayed in Louisville 2 nights.
2 nights. Well, yeah, because
okay. Yeah, we stayed in Louisville.
We stayed in Louisville 2 nights.
See, it's been a while. That's why we got to do this stuff right after we do it. But
we had such a good time the first night, and we really didn't want to leave. And we had a couple other places that we wanted to go, so we just all decided, you know what, let's just stay here another night because it's really cool. We were able to go.
Yeah, everybody could do their own thing. They could sleep in if they wanted to, and they didn't have to pack the bikes up.
Yeah, we didn't have to get up and try to make our next stop. So we just decided to stay there a couple of days, and we'll talk about what the next day. But we still hold on. We're still at 4th Street Live.
Maybe I'm trying to avoid this.
Yeah, you might need to be. So I have a story on this one.
We make it to the dueling piano bar, which some of us enjoy going to those things. And there was a few that never been to one.
They were awesome.
There was a pretty good crew. Some of them went back, I think.
Yeah,
I think Dad.
They stayed for a little bit, and
then they went on back. But
yeah,
we got a couple of tables right up front next to the piano bar, and the later it got, the better it got.
Yeah,
or the worse it got, depending on how you look at it.
I know at one point Shelly said, "Where's Justin?" And I said, "I have no idea." She said, "Well, he's yours." Wait a minute.
I stepped outside for a minute.
You did? I was just trying to figure out, well, if I'm watching you, who's watching me? I don't know.
I guess we were on our own.
We were on our own, yeah. So it got fairly late, and I think everybody was trying to wrap up. And I know Shelly.
Yeah, we were all up dancing at one point.
Yeah.
Everybody's just having a good time. There was drinks flying back and forth across the table.
Yeah.
I might or might not have been cut off. I don't remember. I don't think so.
You were cut off.
By who? Shelly or the bartender?
Bartender and Shelly and the lady at the front door. And
that lady at the front door, all I was doing was going outside to take a little break.
Yeah. She wasn't going to let him back in. And I talked to her and I said, "Look, I've got him." And she said, "Well, he's yours."
That's 2 people that told you that.
I know, right? I couldn't figure out, wait a minute. I'm not the keeper tonight. We're really in trouble if I'm the keeper.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, Shelly said, "Okay, we're headed back." She was going to go get some pizza to try to get some food in your stomach.
Yeah, there was a little pizza place right outside, on our way back to, kind of where we caught our Uber back.
Yep. And so they went out. I still had a drink to finish. They left, and there was a couple of us here still finishing our drinks. And then all of a sudden, Justin appears again. And next thing I know, he has my beer. He's like, "I'm going to help you finish it."
I was tired of waiting, and I was thirsty.
I'm telling you. So got done with our drinks, walked him outside, and I had ordered an Uber for us, a van. And he gets there, and it's a 4-seater car. That didn't work. So I load him in there. I told Keith, I said, "Now he's yours." So
I remember I'm in that Uber, and it was a foreign gentleman driving, and I believe it was a I don't even remember what it was, but anyway.
You had your pizza and he didn't.
Had pizza in my lap, and God, he was worried to death I was going to open that pizza and eat a piece of it in his car. And like he was starting to get pissed, so he took off across the river and dropped us off.
Well, what I figured out is that I ordered your Uber, and then I tried to order me an Uber, and you can't do that.
You can't do two on
You
one
can't do
account.
it two on one account. So I stole Scott's phone and ordered an Uber.
On Scotch, yeah.
And there was 5 of us, and so we ordered a van again, and it showed up, and it's a 4-seater hatchback. You know,
Yeah, so when we get back, we said that when I get back, still waiting on them. It was me and Shelly and Keith and somebody, Scott, I think maybe somebody else was with us.
Scott was with us. I
I don't
had
remember.
Scott,
Anyway.
Katina, and Mark.
So we set that pizza on top of the trash can out there in front of the Fairfield Inn main entrance, and we're waiting on you all. So me and Keith are pounding a pizza, and there's a skunk runs across the driveway. So we take our crust trying to throw it out there at that skunk. Well, somebody didn't throw one far enough. I think it was Keith. So he went out there to pick it up, and I just knew that skunk was going to spray when his ass went out there. God, that would have been hilarious. And so you all finally roll up, and I'm thinking, God, they haven't ordered 2 Ubers? The back end opens and stick rolls out. Feet first, feet up in the air, just rolls out of the back of it because he was curled up in the very back.
I asked the guy, I was like, he only is, there was 5 of us, and I'm like, we all can't fit in there. And he says, well, and he didn't know what to say. And I said, can I ride in the back? And he says, as long as you lay down. And I'm like, we good, bro. Let's roll.
Yeah.
And he was excited to get back there and pop that hatchback for me to roll out. He enjoyed that, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It was pretty cool.
Now, we had a good time. 4th Street Live was cool. It's easy to tie one on there, that's for sure.
Yes, it is.
But there's plenty of entertainment for everybody, no matter what you like. What
There
you
is. I
don't
mean, we
like.
never made it to the PBR bar.
No, we went to 2 different places. That piano bar is where it's at, though.
Yep, it is. I mean, and they've got a stage right in the middle of the street.
Yeah, well, they did that night. I don't know if that's always there.
I don't know if it is or not, but I mean, it was really cool. But the piano bar, on point.
Yeah, we'll go back to that.
Absolutely.
I will, for sure.
Yeah.
So that was the end of night
3.
2.
Maysville, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, and then Louisville. So
Yeah.
had one more night to go. So next morning, everybody's feeling like shit. Not really. I mean, we're pros at this,
It just,
right?
yeah. I was fixing to say, well, hold on a minute. Because, hey, it just took us a little bit to get woke up. But we were good.
Yeah.
Everybody got a little breakfast in them. And
We all, one other place that a bunch of us had never been was Churchill Downs.
yeah. Yeah.
Kentucky
And if
Derby.
anybody knows my wife, I mean, she's a horse nut, loves horse racing and all that. And she'll watch it on TV for hours. And, hey, we're here, never done it. Always heard it was a cool place. So, hey, we went to it.
Yeah, so we head over to Churchill Downs. I'm pretty sure everybody went with us that day.
Yeah.
We go to the museum, and the museum's cool too. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty big. I forget what the cost of that was, but it wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't crazy. Like $11.
Yeah,
But
and
it's,
they've got a cafe there that's good, plenty of room to eat.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
we tore some food up at that place.
Yeah, when you start the tour, you go in this big room, and it's a big oval shape, and there's a screen all the way around it, and your stools that you're sitting on swivel, so you can turn and watch each section. Because during the intro video, they put it in different sections of the room, so you're constantly turning one way or the other to watch them, and that was pretty cool.
It was
neat to see
It was neat.
a bunch of the
To
history.
see a lot of the old stuff, the old history.
Yeah.
I mean, where it got started, stuff like that. It was really, really neat. And then we actually went and watched the pony races.
Yeah, they were doing some racing that day, and I'm thinking it was only like $8 or $10 a person to get in.
Yeah, it's cheap.
So we go in and we go up in the stands on the lower level. We sit out there we were there 3 hours, 3.5 hours,
Every bit of it.
maybe. I mean, it was later on. We didn't get back till dinner time.
And I mean, we watched one of the Kentucky Derby winners.
Yeah.
He was racing in one of the races.
And actually won that
And
race.
actually won. Yeah, well, he didn't win it. He annihilated the
Yeah.
field. I mean, he was gone.
But we sat down there and had our mint juleps.
Yeah.
And got our glasses with that, and had a few drinks. We were sitting there watching.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
It was neat.
It was kind of a relaxing, laid back day. Not everybody stayed and watched the horse races. They watched a couple, and then some of them left. And went back, want to go take a nap and chill out.
Yeah.
Before we went to dinner later that night. So.
And we actually just we was in walking distance before we went to eat. So I mean, we just cut across the road, and we were there.
Yeah, we just walked 2 blocks.
It was right there on the river, and I mean, it's a cool place.
So that was about the end of that day.
Yeah.
But Kentucky Derby, Churchill Downs was pretty neat. Go see that. Next day we get up and we hit the road coming back home.
Headed to the house.
And we rode interstate for a little while and then jumped off and
took some of the back roads home back.
Yeah, took some off interstate highways.
Yeah.
And came back, I think, through like Somerset. Ended up northern part of Tennessee and jumped on the interstate for a short bit to get back into Clinton.
You ended up, where you ended up at?
Oh, I ended up at the Corn Pone Tavern.
Anytime you're around the Corn Pone, you get to stop.
Yeah, that's the old saying is all roads lead to the Corn Pone.
That's right.
So we stopped in there, had a few beers before we went home, and that was kind of our splitting point, kind of in the middle of everybody.
Yeah. Great trip.
Yeah, all around good trip.
It was really a good trip.
Even though, the weeks of planning that and where we were going to stop, where we were going to eat.
Yeah, and now
where we were going to stay, making reservations after night one. We just flew by the seat of our pants.
Yep. And I think that was the best part of it.
We
just like, hey, you want to go here? Sure, let's go there.
Yeah.
And we got to see, like I said, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That was just cool. That was really cool. 4th Street Live, the Air Force Museum. I mean, everything that we seen was just cool. It was just really, really cool.
A lot of the trips we do for the riding part of it.
Yeah.
This one, that was the plan, but this kind of turned into, hey, let's get there and let's all hang out.
Yep.
It's the fellowship time that you have with all your friends that
go. It really was.
Whether you like them or not, you still get to hang around with them, and everybody has a pretty good time.
Yeah, it's like we don't like Scott, but we let him kind of hang around.
I know it's about like Doc.
Yeah, right. Same guy. That's just like
I don't get it. So, yeah. But anyway, that's I think that's pretty much a wrap on this one. That was our motorcycle trip to Air Force Museum, Indianapolis, and Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep. And
back to the Knoxville area.
Back to the K-Town area. Like I said, again, cool trip. We've got some more stuff on our next podcast planned. Kind of a little update on what happened at the end of this year, 2025.
Yeah, during Smoky Mountain Bike Week.
Smoky Mountain Bike Week. It's going to be a cool update on what happened and then what's coming up.
It's not nothing bad that happened.
No, it was great.
It's something we ended up
outstanding
getting involved with, and
we got voluntold.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Volun asked.
Yeah, Volun asked, please.
Very sternly.
Yeah, sternly. You're going to do this, right?
Yeah. But anyway, that's it for this one. Come back for episode 6 coming up.
6?
We'll be 6.
Okay, cool.
It's taking forever to get to 6.
Yeah, right.
We're going to try to do better on that. We'll see how
we're working on it. If there's anything you want us to talk about, hey, let us know.
Yeah, just comment and tell us. Send us an email. Send us a message. Go to our website.
Facebook page.
Drink
Instagram.
A beer.
Stay thirsty.
Drink another beer.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Two Thirsty Bikers Podcast.